So what if I told you that the world's most amazing, most fascinating science lab wasn't in some high-tech building, but it's actually right outside your back door? Today we're going to kick off an adventure and we're going to transform a place you see every single day into a laboratory of pure discovery.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. When you picture a scientist, what do you see? Probably someone in a white lab coat, surrounded by all sorts of bubbling beakers and complicated gadgets, right? It's the classic image, but that's only a tiny, tiny piece of the real story.
That's right. The greatest, most incredible laboratory on the entire planet isn't hiding behind some locked door. It's right there, waiting for you.
Yep, we are talking about your backyard. And when you explore it, you're not just messing around. You're literally following in the footsteps of some of the greatest minds in history. I'm talking about people like Sir Isaac Newton and Sir Francis Bacon. These guys didn't have fancy labs. Their laboratories were the meadows, the woods, and the rivers all around them.
So that means every single time you step outside, you're walking into that exact same kind of lab. It's a place to observe, to ask questions, and to make your own discoveries. You're already in the perfect spot to get started.
Okay, so before you just rush out the door, every great explorer needs the right kit. But don't worry, you don't need a bunch of expensive, complicated equipment. In fact, the most important tool you have is actually the simplest one of all.
Yep, a simple notebook and a pencil. This is, without a doubt, your single most powerful scientific instrument. Why? Well, think about it. The great scientists of the past, they kept meticulous records. It's how they organized what they saw, how they spotted patterns nobody else noticed, and how they shared what they learned. Your notebook, that's where the real science begins.
All right, let's build out the rest of your kit. Field guides are fantastic for figuring out what you're looking at. A little hand lens lets you see all the tiny, amazing details up close. Binoculars are great for spotting things that are far away. A camera, even just your phone, can capture a moment perfectly. And on a very practical note, always bring insect repellents and some water. Trust me on that one.
So, now that you're all geared up, let's learn how to see the world like a scientist. And we're going to start by cracking one of nature's biggest secret codes. It's this hidden pattern that is absolutely everywhere, once you know what to look for. And it's called symmetry.
So what is symmetry? It's really simple. It's just when you can divide something into two halves that are perfect mirror images of each other. It's one of the most basic, fundamental design principles you'll find in the entire natural world.
Now, there are two main types you're going to be looking for. First up is bilateral symmetry. The easy way to think about this is like folding a piece of paper in half. There's only one line, one cut, that gives you two matching sides. Then you've got radial symmetry. This is more like cutting a pizza or a pie. You can slice it through the middle in a whole bunch of different ways and still get equal, mirrored halves.
You see bilateral or two-sided symmetry all over the place. Think of a butterfly, a fish, even yourself. This design, with a clear front and a back, is perfect for anything that needs to move forward. You'll even find it in some really cool flowers like orchids. And then you have radial symmetry. This all-around pattern is perfect for living things that tend to stay in one spot, like a starfish, or that drift around, like a jellyfish. It lets them sense food or danger coming from any direction. And you see it in most flowers, which need to attract bees and butterflies from all angles.
But of course, nature loves to break its own rules. Some things out there are completely asymmetrical, which just means they have no symmetry at all. Think about the wild, unpredictable branches of a tree, or a little shape-shifting amoeba. There's beauty in the patterns for sure, but there's also beauty in the chaos.
So, once you start noticing all the individual plants and animals, the next question is obvious. Where do they all live? So let's zoom out a little bit, because your backyard isn't just one place. It's actually a collection of tons of tiny hidden worlds we call habitats.
A habitat is pretty simple. It's just an organism's home. It's everything in its environment that it needs to survive. And believe me, your backyard has a lot more of them than you probably think.
Just think about it for a second. There are entire worlds stacked right on top of each other. Right below your feet, the soil is just teeming with life. You've got ants, grubs, and earthworms all busy in their underground city. And at the exact same time, right above them, you've got bees, birds, and squirrels living in a completely different world. It's incredible what's happening right under our noses.
Now here's something else really important to keep in mind. Your laboratory is never the same place twice. It's a living, breathing place, and it's constantly changing with every hour that passes and with every new season.
I mean, just look at the daily shift.
During the day, you've got your crew of diurnal animals out and about, birds, squirrels, butterflies. But when that sun goes down, a whole new cast of nocturnal characters takes the stage. We're talking raccoons, moths, fireflies, toads. Your lab is open 24/7.
The changes get even bigger when you watch the story of a whole year unfold. Spring just explodes with new life. Summer is like everything's on fast forward, with tons of growth. In autumn, everyone gets busy storing food and preparing for the cold. And winter is a time of rest, when nature just kind of powers down, waiting for that cycle to start all over again.
Okay, so you've learned how to see, what to look for, and when to look. You've got the tools and you've got the knowledge. The theory part is officially over. Your first mission is about to begin.
The only thing left to do is to get out there and start exploring. So, are you ready? And hey, if you're looking for a fun place to start, try this little side quest. Just place a flower pot on its side in your yard and wait a couple of days. Then, gently mark the snails you find inside with a tiny dot of nail polish. Now check back each day and see how many of your marked snails come back to that same spot. It's a simple, real experiment you can do right now.
So go on, grab your notebook, step outside, start looking around, start asking questions, because the greatest discoveries you can imagine are just waiting out there in your own backyard. What secrets do you think you're going to find?